So here's a short story about a husband and father who is, rightfully so, kicking his wife to the curb after finding out she's been cheating on him for quite some time. And this story really hits home two main themes. Number one, once a cheater, always a cheater, and you don't take them back, because if you do, very likely they'll interpret that as weakness and think that they can get away with it because you didn't get rid of them the first time, and will keep doing that. And number two, if in fact you ever choose marriage counseling, be aware that there are a lot of awful ones out there and can give horrible advice. And frankly, if you can't work it out between the two of you, I wouldn't even see why bothering trying to do the marriage counseling unless it's court mandated. And you'll see my point in this guy's now firing the counselor. Titled, She Continued the Affair. And I shout to Bill for sending in this story. It says, D-Day for myself, a 28-year-old male, and my wife, a 27-year-old female, was about 3 months ago. We've been together for 10 years, married for 3, and I was devastated. The affair started after she moved to a new job. Come to find out that from an insider that the affair partner has done this to multiple marriages. Serial homewrecker, huh? If this was a coworker, and this has happened to lots of them, how about, I wonder if there's alienation of affection laws in that state. Due to outside pressure, I chose to try and reconcile our relationship with the hope of saving our relationship for our 2-year-old son. Smack! And again, smack. 1, for caving to outside pressure, not doing what you wanted, and 2, thinking that you can fix things. You find out she's a cheater, she's going to keep doing it, dude. Now she knows, oh, shit, he found out and he didn't go anywhere. Ha ha ha, I keep doing it. We seemingly had the perfect life, and all our friends admired. They were all shocked to find this out. We had a really good relationship. No, you didn't, because if you had a really good relationship, she wouldn't have been cheating on you, brother. She has even admitted to this, but obviously something was missing, otherwise this wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it's called drama. Everything was so perfect, she had to go F the whole thing up. Drama, 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 guys. A long story short, we began marriage counseling, and we're seemingly getting nowhere. She seemed to be in an affair fog limerence, as our marriage counselor stated multiple times, and she would not put in any effort into our relationship after about a month. But what does that tell you? She doesn't care. And she also thinks, why should I put any effort? This a-hole's sticking around. And after about a month, and started stating that all this was coming from her past traumas. She stated that she discovered this in her individual therapy and EMDR sessions. More like BS sessions. She stated multiple times that she had a new attraction to a body type that is exact opposite of mine, and that she didn't know where it came from. What a load of crap. No, she's attracted to Chatter Tyrone's 12-inch dong. That's what she's into. Everybody think that this is her first rodeo, first time cheating on him? Please. He's been with her for 10 years. I guarantee she's been doing it more than, because she's been hiding it really well. The week before Mother's Day, we had a great week, as we both talked about how for the first time in 2 months, we both felt like we could make it work. We talked for hours every night, and it honestly felt like our relationship before the affair had been discovered. In other words, she has gotten back to her old tricks and making you think everything is great and safe and all that, and she's right back to rolling in the hay with her lover. Well, it gave me hope. I went to work the following Monday and had one of her friends call me with damning evidence that her affair had never stopped. Shocker. Told you. That's why everything seems so great, because she's back to her old tricks hiding it. One of her friends ratted her out. By the way, he should buy that friend a bottle of wine or a six-pack, whatever that friend wants. But yeah, there you go. This way I don't take them back. I confronted her, and she admitted to it. She had continued to assure me and others the entire time that she had not contacted or met this other person. She stated multiple times that all she had was her honesty. I was gaslit into believing her for 2 whole months. It honestly made me feel like such a fool for ever giving her another chance. I love that woman more than anything, but enough is enough. That's right, bro, enough's enough. At least this was 2 months instead of 2 years, but 2 months, long time in that miserable situation. This is why, guys, even if everybody you know and trust is telling you it's a bad idea, if your gut's telling you something, listen to your heart, listen to your gut. Now listen to this part, the next thing here. This really takes the cake. My therapist told me that I'm making a rash decision based solely on emotions, and given the discovery of her past traumas have affected her and our relationship. EMDR, that I should really stick this out. Get the fuck out of here. Fire that therapist. A rash decision? No. He went to marriage counseling for 2 months, gave her a second chance. She's still cheating on it. It's not a rash decision, Dr. Know-It-All. The marriage counselor even used the analogy that this is no different than if I discovered that she had cancer. And asked me if I would still leave her. This stupid bitch is comparing her cheating on him and obviously her so-called trauma to cancer. Really? And saying, would you leave someone with cancer? Compared to, would you leave somebody cheating on you? Are you kidding me? I mean, she's doing a bad Jedi mind trick. She's a moron. This broad ought to lose her license. I was baffled by this statement, and especially being made by a so-called health professional with 30 plus years of experience. Am I the a-hole? No, dude, you're not the a-hole. Well, no, hang on. You were the a-hole for giving her a second chance and enduring the hell on earth that was called marriage counseling with... Does this marriage counselor... Question, does she have blue or green hair? Does she have a nose septum? Or at least some color in her hair? I'm sure she identifies as a feminist or something because she's behaving like it. And I'm sure she's probably a serial cheater too. The guy's just supposed to accept endless crap like this. If the situation was reversed and the guy was the cheater, do you really think the same marriage counselor would behave in this way? No way. I view the last 3 months as a complete waste of my time. Well, sir, it's over. Now, by the way, I'm not done yet. I'm going to read some things he says in the comment section, backing up that he's done with her. But for God's sakes, this is why, guys, with a marriage counselor, if you can't work things out the two of you, what do you think is going to work with a marriage counselor? And if you do go down there, make sure it's someone that maybe somebody that you know can recommend that actually is unbiased. But the funny thing is, in stories I covered like this, when guys do go to marriage counseling with their wives, and in these situations where the wives screw it up, these marriage counselors are actually worth their money. They will call the wives out on their crap. And the wives, you typically get pissed off and storm out and say, I don't want to go back to her. And that's that. So, now the comments and some more details. Our guy here says, I've contacted an attorney and I'm filing for divorce. Praise the Lord. It was her longtime friend who called. I guess she got sick of all the lies and deceit. This friend is someone of good character and morals. She put her friendship on the line to do what is right, and that's very rare. Yeah. Now, here's the question. How long did this friend know cheating was going on until she finally said something? I mean, it's nice this friend said that, but how long was she keeping quiet about it? Somebody asked, did your wife ever find out her friend revealed her lies? And he says, no, she did not. She asked who it was, but I wasn't about to be the one to out a person who saved my future. If it wasn't for her, I would be living blind, thinking everything was okay and moving in the right direction. Well, you would think this guy would be really doing his homework and on his wife after finding out she was cheating. This is why I encourage you guys to always, in good times or bad, you're paying attention, close attention. You have to. Welcome to today's world. Some comments here from people. One guy says here, no, she is abusing you. You urgently need a new therapist. I cannot stress that enough. You're being abused and your therapist is doing a crazy disservice. I would actually consider a complaint. You're darn right you should consider a complaint. Please see a divorce lawyer. Please go low contact with your wife as possible. Get a co-parenting app and separate lives as soon as possible, even if it's in the same house. Get support from family and friends who recognize what she's done as abuse. She has mentally, sexually, emotionally, and psychologically abused you. He's meaning the ex. And I'm sorry to say, please also get yourself test for STDs and DNA test your kid. God, I hope that kid is his. But remember the same family and friends that obviously gave him a hard time about getting a divorce? Yeah, after all this, if those same so-called friends and family give him a hard time now, I would discontinue any relationship with them because he's not going to need them in his life. Another guy says here, I'd get a new therapist and find a good lawyer and start the process. Tell her she needs to leave the home and further communication should be done through your lawyers. She's abusing you. She lied and continued to put your health in jeopardy. I know you love her, but her actions show she does not. Get an STI test and DNA test your kid ASAP. And also says, make sure you keep the home or force the sale of it. You go through the divorce process. Do not let her have an easy step for her fair partner or next partner. Kids associate stability to their child at home. Do not let that happen to you, or you'll end up being the weekend dad with a 2-bedroom apartment. Amen. I had other comments, but I think I'll wrap it up here. So there you go, guys. Watch who you get counseling from or therapy from. Let me tell you, there's some bad ones out there. And I had a guy write into me the other week for my main channel, and he said that his ex became a marriage counselor, and she was a nightmare. So there you go. And of course, once a cheater, always a cheater. I get it. You got kids. You don't want to mess things up with the family, but sticking around and being in that situation, they're going to keep doing what they're doing, hurting you. And the kids are going to tell the mom and dad don't love each other, and it's ugly and bad. And I've had stories where the kids are adults, and they say, I wish my parents would have gotten divorced because that's how bad it was. And if the kids observe this constantly over the years, they'll think this is normal. And they'll end up relationships just like that. And you sure as hell don't want your kids to suffer the way you did. So it's hard, but pull the Band-Aid off and you'll make it.